Welcome one and all to the 17th episode of D&D with me, Mike.
And me, Zoe.
And today we are going to animate our main character. Yes.
Yeah.
Whom we modeled and rigged last time. Do you know what a rig is?
Put armature on, like?
Yes, but then there's a second step, which is connecting the armature to the actual
Which is weight
mesh.
painting.
Yes.
We had to do.
Yeah, so now we're going to switch to pose mode, and if you hit A, woo! He's moving his leg. If you hit A, he's moving his arm. Hello! Okay, so now our game is top down, which means we are going to only worry about sort of that perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's think this through. We need to add one panel like so. In this panel, we're going to change it to a dope sheet. In the dope sheet, we're going to change it to an action editor. And we're going to create our first new action.
Okay.
Ta-da! So we got an action. And now we need to... Is it the new action? Yes. So we can rename this one to walk.
Okay.
And hit enter. Let's also give it a name that we will be able to recognize between other animations that will be in our project. So type player in front of it.
Yeah, we might
Player
animate
walk.
other stuff.
And we're going to F, which means save it. Okay, now this exists in a certain layer somewhere. Doesn't matter. Now, step number 1 is creating the
Position.
they're called keyframes. All right. So we're gonna start working on the keyframes. So this is for walking, right? So let's rotate this arm on the Z-axis. So RZ, and we're gonna rotate it forward, like this. And now let's rotate it down. So just R is sufficient. There. Like that. Now we're gonna make a very cartoony character, right? So he's gonna scamper about and bounce and everything. So R to rotate. And hold shift for me. Whoops. Control I meant. It's fine. Rotate. Forward. Okay. So actually further back. Now rotate. Rotate. Okay. And so how does it work in human beings? When they move their arm forward, which leg moves forward?
Which arm?
So if the right arm is forward,
the left leg is forward?
Yes. Now we don't have knees. this poor character has no knees. So just rotate. Ha! We got Yes, that should work. Now rotate this one to the other side. Yeah. Let's also rotate the foot. There you go. Rotate this foot.
Should probably rotate his head a bit as well.
Rotate the arm. Yes. Rotate
Punch
the other
in
arm.
the air.
He's very happy. Look at him.
Yes, but we need to change his
Yeah, we need to do some
face
details
a bit.
as well. He's not gonna be standing straight like a pole. Rotate. Oi!
Oh.
So we've got an issue-ish here.
Is it because it's attached from the side?
No. So what's happening is that we are incorrectly rotating the legs as well. And our rig isn't particularly clever, right? It's a very, very simple rig. I'm thinking...
Maybe we could move the chest?
One thing we can do instead is just unparent these. So if we go back to object mode, or rather edit mode...
Will this break the weight paint?
Alt P, no. Clear parent, or disconnect button. Maybe, actually this may have disconnected it from the following one, so let's Alt P, clear parent. There we go. Now let's go back into pose mode. And now, I think this, press G for me to move. Yeah, now it's completely independent. There's no relationship. Press G for me. See, we've got a problem now because these legs need to keep a disconnect to the bone, to this one, okay? So let's do this, Control P, keep offset, and this one, Control P, keep offset. And now if we go to pose mode, press G. There we go. So
now
that
all
moved.
of them
Now
flies.
press G. Yes. Right, so the parts
Now we
are...
need to rotate this.
Yes.
Sorry about the interruption.
How dare you? Wait a moment, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Sorry.
Rotate now. Okay, forward, obviously. Look at him. He's like all business meaning. Now rotate this one. Bit back. There you go.
So he's not punching his own foot.
Rotate this one. That'll do. Look at him, he's so happy. I'm not happy with this arm. It needs to be crazier. Rotate.
He's happier now.
This one too. Let's be nuts. Rotate. Ha! Rotate. 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 G to move. G to move. We can detach all of the parts. Rotate a bit. G to move. There we go. It's pretty good to have parts like these. This allows us to make a character that's somewhat similar to Rayman. You don't know who Rayman is. Let me show you. Type Rayman here. Yeah, hit enter. So the interesting quality of Rayman is that he doesn't have limbs.
Yeah, I see that.
So he has arms, he has fists and hands and feet and a head, but there's no neck.
Is this a guy
There's
with
no
the
legs.
peanuts on one of your shirts?
No, it's not that guy. That's another guy. But basically, this is an old Ubisoft game. That's a platformer. You'd probably enjoy it. It's quite famous. But it's pretty cool because since they don't have these constraints, they can move arms, punches and everything in the most insane of ways, right? We have a similar situation here. Yeah, in fact, we can kind of do the same with our arms if we wanted to. So you press G and you move the arm, see? It fully detaches. We could do that. Okay.
Does it do the same with the hand?
With the hand? I don't think so, no. The hand is actually attached. So we control our limbs independently from the rest of the body. Anyway, press A to select all. Again. And now what we're going to do is we're going to hit I. Now, you know how we need to choose lock rod scale? There's actually an option somewhere that allows you to select what type of thing you want to add to this for the keyframes. So here you can choose lock rod scale. So from now on, every time you press I, it automatically does all three, which is helpful. Okay, so this is our character running in one direction. Actually, you know, I think I'd like him to rotate a bit sideways too, because so from the top we're gonna see him bob about, you know? So that's probably gonna be good. So let's grab this view, rotate.
Like Hansu is also skipping.
So let me think this through though. So how would a human being rotate? He's trying to put his weight on this side. So he would rotate in that direction to fall there. So hit R. There. Hit R. There. And hit R. There. Okay. Now A to select all. Again. I.
And now we need to move on so that he reverses to the other side.
Right. So let's duplicate this. Shift D.
No, shift that control.
And we're going to move it to... It's not going to go very far. This is already probably too long. Right? We want this to be a very snappy character. So G to move. And let's say 16 is fine. So now let's go bang on in the middle. Now we can't. Hit G one more time. Now we can. Now we've got a middle, because this is 1 based. It starts at 1 for some odd reason, whatever. You can change that if you want to, but it's okay. Now, what we're gonna do here is you're gonna hit Control C while on this view, Control V. And now what happened is you can flip them.
Oh.
Yeah, now, I don't know why, but we got teleported back to here, so we're gonna retry this. Control C, Control V, flipped. I, just hit I. It's very obviously wrong. It's flipped it on the x-axis as opposed to the y-axis. So I have no idea how much is wrong, but plenty. Right? At least I think so. Yeah. So it's flipped on the x-axis, not on the y-axis, and this is going to be an issue because our character is incorrectly rotated and all sorts of stuff is all incorrect here. Okay? So hit Tab to go into object mode. Okay? And now hit R, Z, minus 90. My bad. RZ 90. RZ 90. Okay? And this one also go R, Z 90. Oh right, now it's going to cry. You're rough. Hit Control A to apply. Control A again. Location. Okay, seems to be happy. Now let's see if we can fix this. So we're going to delete this keyframe. Okay, now here, let's go to pose mode. And now go Control C, Control V.
Oops.
I don't think that was right. So again, we've got exactly the same problem. It's flipping it on the wrong axis. I thought this would have been sufficient, but it isn't. And I don't necessarily want to unpair this again. Edit mode. So it's facing forward on the y-axis, that's fine. So the mirroring on the x-axis should work, but it does not. Fairly interesting. I don't know that I see any solution to the problem. Copy this, Control C, Control V. Flip the x-axis.
Nothing.
Undo. Redo. Control Shift Z. Yeah, so what I think is happening is it's taking this particular angle because we made a mistake in the beginning that we had the character rotated wrong. And I thought I didn't think it would be a problem until now. And I don't know that I see a solution to the problem. Which is,
so what do we have to do? Delete this whole thing?
I hope not. I mean, it's not a big deal if we lose these positions. That's not a huge deal. We can redo them. But I don't think it will make a difference, actually. So if we go to pose mode again, put it here. Oh, we lost the action. Above these little bugs or whatever. I don't even know if they are bugs. I don't know that there are any problems with this rotation, but hit A to select all. A again. I. Now hit Control C, Control V. No, we can't do it. See, it flips it on the. Well,
yeah,
it is
it
on
just changes the angle.
But the thing is, it is on the x-axis, technically. That's the fun part. Wait. So, have we not? It looks like we...
Do we have to flip on the z-axis?
I'm frankly a bit confused. Okay, wait a moment. So, this is the front view and he's staring backwards. So let's rotate Z 180. Control A, rotation and scale. Control A, location. Okay, so now he's here. Pose mode, hit Control V. Yeah, on x-axis it's wrong, but it's correct. See, it's doing it on the x-axis. It's doing exactly what it is that we've asked it. right? So front view
Is front.
is now accurate. But I think that the character himself, if we were to unpair it, so let's Alt P, clear parent. So he's staring forward. I've repaired it. Let's try and rotate this by 90 degrees here. Okay. Now select all, I. Delete. G. I think we're gonna pay the consequences for this later. Can copy, paste, flipped on x-axis. See, now he's staring backwards.
Yeah.
Which is also wrong, fascinatingly. But I'm curious about something, because was his foot actually rotated right? So left foot forward, no, nothing's changed. Okay, let's rotate this by 90 degrees here. And now I bet you it's still not gonna work.
Let's see.
So copy, paste. Yeah,
Yeah, it didn't work.
doesn't work at all. Okay, let's see what we've done wrong. Because I've done this so many times in the past, and obviously because I haven't done it for ages, because I've been working on a 2D game for almost 2 years now. No, 1 year. What am I saying? 2 years. Almost 1 year. It's approaching. It's been 7 months, 8 months. I don't know. I don't remember any of this. All right, so let's Alt P this thing. Clear parent. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where's the bomb? The bomb is staring here. I think this is actually wrong because of the magic of voxel import. But I'm not sure. The front view is now this. Okay, this should be correct. Now let's take this and go to pose mode.
Okay.
Select all bones and go Alt G, Alt S, Alt R to rotate them back to the standard position. So there they are. And now what I don't know is whether this has been correctly applied. Control A, location, Control A, rotation and scale. So it should be applied. Now this, Control A, rotation and scale, Control A, location.
Does it have something to do with the fact that they're all not selected at the same time?
Don't think so. So with automatic weights, now it's gonna break everything as it did last time. Okay, so now we need to go to
Weight paint.
Yep. We need to redo what we did that time. Select this, weight paint, and this one needs to be in pose mode. There. Now that's fine. This one though is all bunkers, right? So we're gonna move this away. Subtract. Do we have mirror? It should be here. X mirror, yes. Topology mirror is also on. Okay. You know what I'm doing. This is nothing new for you.
Yeah.
We've done it before. Now let's see this one. Okay, this one.
Has some of the body.
Some of the body. We'll be fairly quick this time. That's fine, but the head is missing the back of the head for some magical reason. So we're gonna change the brush to add. And that should have solved it. Okay. Now the torso.
Needs to be added.
Yep, but we need to be careful because we don't want to paint. Something's wrong here. Carefully observe the arm. I think it may be that.
Yeah.
Subtract. No, it's not. The hand, it's not. This. Okay, this here, the leg is affecting the pelvis, which is obviously wrong. Let's move the leg. Whee! Okay, there we go.
The other leg is also...
Yeah, I think they affect the other side as well, which is interesting. Okay.
It's affecting the foot, some of that leg.
Oh yeah, this is. Oops. Now the feet we can't detach, so we need to be a bit more precise with our coloring here. I think what's happening here is that the other leg is affecting this foot. I think that's what's happening. Something equivalent. Or perhaps we forgot the... Oh man, this is hard to see. Can I change to faces? There. It's very, very hard to see. Maybe it's not. There. Okay. So that may help. Let's see this one. Is it affect? No. There. The control bone is affecting this. I forgot to turn off the control bone shouldn't affect anything.
Yeah.
That's alright. It's no big deal. The
foot needs to affect itself.
This foot. Wait a moment. Okay. Good. No. See? There's still a bug over here. And it's not this foot. My guess is it's this. Yep. Correctamundo. Okay, so that's fine. The foot, yeah, we need to change to add. We've done this last time, but unfortunately we gotta do it again, or at least so I think. I may be wrong. It may still not work. Okay, so because I have never worked with magical voxel imports before, and it shows. So I make a lot of mistakes.
Some orange right there.
Okay, I'm annoyed at the size of the bones. So we're gonna quickly go over here. There should be a bone...
Unshow thing?
No, you can just change them. So, armature, and instead of that you put stick.
Stick bones.
And it's much more visible now. Wait. Back to here, pose mode, back to here.
Weight paint.
Weight paint. Alright, so this bone, and
There's
now I can see. It's much nicer.
Yeah.
Okay, so the
That
mirroring
was
of the
fine.
topology has worked.
Now we need to do the torso.
We need to do the pelvis as well.
Yep. That's what I meant by torso.
The torso is the part above the pelvis.
Yeah.
So I don't think we can move this, which is not nice. But we should be able to click here. I don't know if I can do it with face selection.
I think we moved it last time.
Vertex selection for painting, weight paint only. Can I do that? Oh, isn't that nice? Alright, there is no vertex there. That's what's happening. Okay, this is quite helpful. Okay, good. So now you can select the vertices and only paint those. I'm gonna have to turn that off eventually, but for now it's fine. And because the strength is 1, wait, I can't click on that. And I can't click on that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna turn it off, and now I can click. Alright, here's the torso. And
For real.
there we go. The real torso. Something's going on right
It's
here.
being affected by the head, I'm guessing.
No. This arm? I don't think so. You know which arm? This arm, yeah. This side was being affected by the opposite side arm. Isn't that nice? Okay, add. Well, you can't expect these, basically the machine to figure everything out for you. It's figuring out quite a lot already, so it's very helpful. Strange that we got topology mirror, but I think it's the n-gons. The n-gons are making it a bit nuts. It's going like, I don't understand. That's my guess anyway. Alright, so now we got this problem.
Need the vertex thing again, I guess.
So, see, I'm picking up the other one.
Maybe you could use face selection?
I don't know if that will work, but we can try. Oh, that's brilliant. Can I do L? Yes, okay, that's much faster. Well done, Zoe. Good guess.
I thought that face selection would color each face individually with
Yeah, and you can press L, and then you select all of the faces. This would have been way faster.
It means you can color everything in one go, pretty much.
Pretty much. Okay, good guess. All right.
We need to do the head. It might be affecting something.
No,
Oh,
the
we
head's
already
fine.
did that.
Yeah, the head's fine. Whoa, hello.
Whoa, that is huge.
Yes. Okay, so now we can go back to object mode, put Z back on, select all of these,
And stick them in the right
Alt
position.
G, Alt S, Alt R, save. Okay, and now I think all of this is going to work again. So I'm going to be quite quick now. I'm going to, we did it with this leg first. Rotate, G, rotate, 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 G, rotate, maybe G a bit, rotate. I know we did it up a little bit and the head was a bit forward, I believe. Now the arms, it's quite funny, his arm is like staring forward.
There.
No, I did the legs and hands wrong.
Oh yeah, you put the
I flipped them.
wrong hand.
Did we do that last time too? Maybe.
I don't
Now he runs like a stereotypical Japanese ninja.
What's a stereotypical?
Stereotypical. Stereotype is sort of a oh dear. How do I explain a stereotype to you? That's complicated. A stereotype is a generalization, an understanding, a group understanding of something. So, for example, most tennis players stereotypically have a very strong upper body and very weak legs by comparison.
Oh.
Most football players have very strong legs and very weak upper bodies by comparison. So stereotypically, football players, cyclists look like they have gigantic legs. So if you see somebody with gigantic legs, you can go, this person either plays football or is a cyclist.
Yeah.
Stereotypically, women have long hair, men don't, etc. That sort of stuff. Okay, so back to our first pose. I pressed I. Now let's hope, but and no. Actually, wait. Yes or no? No. All right. Well, that
Was a waste.
That was a waste of time. It absolutely didn't do what we wanted it to do, but that's all right. So what we're gonna do now is
do it the slow version.
Pretty much, which is not that slow considering how few bones we've got. Right. So I'm gonna rotate the arm over here, grab the other one, rotate it forward, grab the foot, rotate it over here, and drag it over there.
It looks like he's
Grab
jumping.
the other foot, rotate it over here, and drag it over here. Rotate this a bit further up, rotate this a bit further up. There you go. So now maybe the jump is going to look weird. Like the run is going to look weird. So let's change the end to 17 and hit play. Yeah, so one issue that we're seeing is the rotation of one leg is happening in the wrong direction. The rotation of the other of both arms is happening in the wrong direction, but that's alright. We need to do the middle poses. Right? So here you've got it all the way up, and all you need to do is rotate it all the way down. Okay, so like this. Again, this is the simplest rig ever, right? Because the rig is this simple, right? There's no inverse kinematics. There's nothing intelligent going on here. So
Kind of silly.
it does behave a bit stupidly. Okay, but something's wrong with the leg as well. I think it's actually rotating like this. I'm not sure.
Have to straighten out the feet.
Now it could still be wrong. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to grab this leg and rotate it like this. Let's see. Nope, doesn't change anything. It was literally not going to listen to me.
This character is not listening very much.
Yeah, well,
The arms are working.
not really.
Oh, one of them is
One
up.
of them is going up as opposed to down. Okay. Your dad is terrible. Alright, so we're gonna go forward by a couple of frames. And we're going to manually rotate this down, rotate this down, rotate this down, rotate this down. G, rotate, rotate, I. Let's see how this looks like. Okay, it's a bit better. Now we're gonna duplicate this, move it on the other side. And what I'm gonna do is I'm now going to rotate and make absolutely sure I'm rotating in the right sort of direction. Okay, that I don't rotate upward.
Not all of his body.
Okay, let's see now. No, something's wrong.
Something is snapping.
Yeah. Again, we're having problems with the rotation of the bones. So instead of doing that, I guess I'm not gonna trust it and I'm gonna do it myself. I'm also gonna delete this last one. There. So now it thinks it stops here. Really not ideal. This problem we're having. But I'm not sure what I've done wrong. That's okay. We have to bear with this now. It's alright, our game is not going to have a ton of animation anyway. This is just to make him bob about, really.
Because this is the thing you're going to be doing mostly. Running around.
Yeah, mostly. I mean most of the time. Mostly.
Yeah, most of the time.
Right. Mostly. So our animation is going to look really organic because we are manually animating everything.
What does organic mean?
Very natural, in this case. Can mean other things too. Okay. Now, the next thing that I still need to move is the arms. So this arm over here needs to be dragged here. Let's see. Okay, that's good. And this arm
right
over
direction.
here needs
that
to
one needs to move forward.
over there. All right. Now let's see if this is working. It is. Okay. Now we're gonna duplicate this. Let's see. Okay, it goes all the way back, and duplicate this. It goes all the way forward. We're gonna stop at 13. Let's see.
It's working.
There's your little character running. Now, I mean, let's play around with some of the values to make it a little bit cooler, because this is a bit boring. It's very, very mechanical. Okay, number 1.
Robotic character.
Yes. One thing you'll immediately see is his spine is perfectly still, right?
Yeah.
Now, that's no good.
Nobody likes a still spine.
Also, this middle point here, let's try and move it forward a bit. Just like that. Now let's see how this feels. Okay, it already looks like he's got a bit of a step in his stride. Okay, let's lower the chest and rotate it.
His legs got shorter.
Let's lower the chest and rotate it. Okay.
Now it looks like he's bouncing up and down a bit.
Okay, now this is frame 17, which is where I wanted to be in the first place. So this is taking too long, and I'm going to duplicate each initial frame. Yeah, so it's kind of working. Now, the steps in between, we've got a problem that the foot is going into the ground. I mean, nobody will ever notice, so we're going to leave it alone, actually. Yeah. Let's see. Doink, 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 doink. Okay, so one thing I don't like very much is the position of the arms here. So I'm going to rotate them outward. Whoa, I
Went
mistaken.
to the bomb.
Yeah, so I'm gonna rotate them like this. I'm gonna rotate them out and like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now back to here, that's fine. And this again. So this one here and this one here. Okay.
Okay.
Let's also try and move them up a little bit. See what happens. Works more or less. Now, one thing that's going to make a huge difference is you see this particular pose is staying still for a bit, right? And that's pretty good. But if we literally just play about with it with tiny little changes,
It's gonna look way better.
it's going to look a lot better. We're going to move every single bone just a little bit. It's maybe too much moving them up absolutely all of them, but it's alright. Okay.
Yeah, I can see he's moving a bit more.
Yeah, it's not working fantastically well, but it's fine. Yeah, so the same goes for this one. So rotate, higher, rotate, higher. You would need to do it less randomly than I am.
If you want to make an actual
If you want to make good stuff.
one.
Oh boy. My apologies. Okay, how does this look like? It looks quite a bit more alive though.
Yep.
See? Just that small addition. This is one of the secret tricks of animation. You always want to add like little flares.
He looks very silly from the front.
I like him. Let's see from the top. Okay, that's going to work fairly well.
We'll never see his face.
No, but see, there's another interesting thing, right? He's gonna move sideways quite a lot and all sorts of crazy things. I'm wondering whether we should whether we should separate the bottom part of the body from the top. I'm wondering if that should be done, because it could really help. We'll see. I don't know how it's going to look like, but this is a good thing to have. So we've got, interesting, it's called armature action. Player walk. We almost lost this one. Okay, so I'm going to save it. Now we got 2. This one's empty, right? I'm gonna un-F it, and I'm gonna shift exit. And it should, now it's got a 0, see that? That means it's gonna get removed next time. Now this one is called player walk. And the other one has a 0. That means when we close the file and open it again, it will disappear. It has no owner. F means there's an owner. Layer 2 for some reason, because I think the various animations have layers. And if you want to make the animations even more interesting, right, is a little trick that you can do. You can move these frames about. Just mildly. So you move this one to the right a bit, this one to the left a bit, etc., etc. Now our character is going to be cartoony anyway, so we're not going to do that. And this is already pretty decent. I quite like it. Right? So we'll see how that goes. Now let's proceed with implementation a little bit. We haven't done that in ages, right? So let's begin.
We need materials. We need.
Well, there's a bunch of things we need to do. First of all, animation and rig. We had none before. Now we do have one. Okay, so we need to change animation type to generic, I believe. Avatar, root node, I wonder if generic and just leave it alone would be okay. Humanoid, it is kind of a humanoid. Apply, let's see if it's gonna like it. Okay, I think he's there. I think this is a part of the body.
Looks like it's his foot.
Error. Found while importing rig animation file. Fall down below for more details. Import messages. Invalid avatar rig configuration. Missing or invalid transform requiring human bone. Left foot not found.
Left foot.
This may be one of the reasons why we're having problems in foot L right there. Foot R right there. No, they're fine.
Maybe it's because it was in the ground.
That makes no sense though.
Oh.
I'm loving the things you say every now and then. The computer doesn't understand the concept of a ground. You need to program a ground. Okay.
You said it's not that good.
So, yeah, we're missing these bones. That's the problem. So it's found some of these. Some of these are optional, but some of these are necessary to be considered a humanoid. Our character is too simple, so it's not a humanoid. Let's go with generic. Root node. There's two armatures. Okay. Control. Control is a root node. Apply. Okay. Now it's not complaining anymore, at least, which is good. Now animation. Import animation. Import constraints as well, but we don't have them. Actually, I never import constraints, I think. Let's remove that. So there's a default take. That one's always there. It's just normal. You can remove it like this, but it's always there. And player walk is what we wanted. Right? Now we can't see it because there's other characters. But there he is. He's walking. And he's walking alright. He's rotated differently though, which is something we're going to have to worry about.
His face is in the bomb.
Alright, so player. Well, we're also going to need an animator. And we need to modify this one now that I think about it. Back. Alright, wait, models, characters. There he is. Alright, so we need to bake this into the pose. Say original, original, original. We're not going to use any root node animations. And we're going to loop it. Cycle offset, it's fine. 0 to 16. See, it's 0 based here, but on the other side it's 1 based. Apply. And it's fine now. Or it should be.
Okay.
Alright, now back to our prefabs player. This time we're going to drag it in because I don't want to have to deal with the prefab system for this. So, expand structure model. That's this model, right? That's not going to fly. Let's drag our characters in here for now in the structure. Okay, now let's remove all of the ones we don't want. Actually, let's just move the player here. Okay. What did you say? I need to unpack prefab. There. And I'm going to grab the player, put it here, and delete the characters. Now, we've got the player. Now you see he's rotated all sorts of bananas, right? That's not entirely surprising. Model, player model. Okay. Now, this one would need to be rotated 270. And it's still not right.
90?
90 on the Y, I guess? Yes. So 90 degrees. And now he's correctly rotated.
Yeah. But he's in his walking position.
And he's also a bit in the air, which is fairly normal because the structure is up. So the player needs to go down, negative 0.5. And there we go. Okay. Now the model, we're going to delete. Let's first override the prefab. Apply all. Now delete him and open the prefab. The new prefab system wants to take precedence. So here's the player, and let's delete the model. The player, for some reason, has decided that that it looks like a bull. I'm very confused.
We deleted the model.
Yeah.
There's a skinned mesh render we have now.
Yeah, well, that's normal. Quality auto, sure, whatever. Render priority, rendering layer mask, player. Yeah, one of the reasons why I really dislike the new prefab system is it's very rigid. So it's making it quite uncomfortable to figure out what went wrong. So, okay, the player doesn't have the armature. Where's the avatar? I don't see it. Okay, I'm gonna delete this completely. And I'm gonna drag the character's model into the player.
The thing stayed there.
I know, that's completely unrelated is my guess. Now unpack this prefab. Armature, there it is. The armature has a control. Hips, legs, etc. How does the armature not have the model in it? Oh, odd. Anyway, so let's drag the armature to here. And let's drag the player into the armature. Let's delete the characters. Okay. So the armature is rotated to 270, which looks correct. And we're gonna negative 0.5. And the player is the model. Right here. He has 5 materials.
Which is good because he needs the skin, the mouth, the feet.
Shall we sort that out
pants.
right away?
Yeah.
Okay. Enemies, create folder, player. So enemies.
Nose can be copied. It's red.
Yeah, I'm thinking, you know what? I'm thinking this is silly. Instead of enemies, let's rename this one to
Characters?
Characters, yeah. Well, that went well. Characters. That's a failed test.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to model eyes. We're not gonna be able to tell the eyes actually because they're white like the rest. So let's duplicate feet and call it skin. What color should the skin of our character be?
Light. I
Light?
guess.
Okay. Like what? It's yellow now.
Yeah.
It's difficult again because in the prefab system you don't have the same lighting as you would have in the world because the prefab system is amazing for many things, but it sucks for many others. It's really ugly. Like, I have no idea. There, chocolate. That's fine. Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Now, what's this ball in there? Vision cone. I want to find out what that sphere is. Target. Okay. That's fine.
That won't show in the actual thing.
That will literally remove it right now. Now, model.
Need to put his pants and his mouth and his eyes and his feet.
Yes. So, skin is in the correct layer. Nose is for mouth. Yeah, well, we don't have a mouth. Duplicate nose. Call it mouth.
With this exact same color.
Well, it may or may not be able to see. Duplicate mouth. Rename this one to
Pants.
underwear. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hit enter. Okay, so back to the model. So he's got a nose over there. Let's give him a mouth, and then we're gonna change the mouth color to a less bright color. Heck, I don't know. There, that'll do. Mouth and skin is done. Now eyes. I still don't know if it's the correct one. Underwear. Yep, that's the correct one for underwear. Now let's color it what, blue?
Okay.
With polka dots. Well, we don't have a UV unwrap, so we can't do that. And then there's shoes. There's a feet there, so we can try and use that one. Okay, the feet are yellow, just like the bomb. Duplicate this. and go shoes. And now back to the model and give him the shoes. And we're gonna change the shoes color to something dark.
Like brownish, I guess.
Yeah, sure. There. Shoes. And then the eyes was actually correct. Let's give it a more bluish tone.
He has blue eyes, apparently.
Blue eyes, apparently. There you go. Now, that's part of this done. I think also we have a model thing in the code which we're going to have to worry about. There's the armature. There's the model. Model is apparently also rotated by 90. Control. Which way is the control pointing? I don't know. Yeah, because you can't obviously see bones, but that's fine. This should be believable. Now, what we need is a animation folder. So create animation. Type animation. Hit enter. Inside it, we're gonna create an animator. Controller. That's the one. Type player or player. Remove the U. Hit enter. Okay. Now to give this to the model, there should be an animation controller somewhere. I don't remember where. Is this a kind of avatar that should exist? Oh, I'm not sure. Okay, type anim here. Animation, animator. It's probably an animator. Let's put it on the armature. Animator. So, avatar is probably in models, characters, avatar. That's one. And the controller is this thing.
Why is it called an avatar?
Not sure. Avatar means character, essentially. Apply with motion is no. Okay. Player. Entry. So from entry, we're going to create a state. Empty. And for now, it's just run. Right? It's actually not particularly intelligent. This should be a blend tree. Okay. In fact, I've just created a blend tree. It should have two animations. And this blend tree needs to have add a motion and add another motion. And for now, this motion is going to be player walk, and this motion is also going to be player walk. And so whenever you do one or the other, it flips to one and the other. You can lerp this value. Okay. So this one can be called blend. It's a movement speed. Yeah, hit enter. Okay, and we'll worry about that later. So new state. Now what transitions to the new state? It goes there immediately. Okay, rename this new state. New state, we're gonna rename it to movement. Or something like that. Hit enter.
There we go.
And then inside movement, this blend tree we're gonna call movement. So. That's it. So that's movement, and it's gonna do it right away. And let's see how this plays out. Now I think we may have a model in the player. I'm not sure. Let's see. It may immediately give us an error. No, apparently it's happy.
There's our.
But our character is not moving.
He's flying in his walk position.
Yes, he's not moving at all. Let's see here. So one of the reasons why this is happening is because I haven't created a human character, and so we're getting this interesting problem because I don't remember if this animator needs to be on the model. It may have to be on the model. So let's copy this component and put him on the model. It might need to be here instead. And let's remove it from here.
And
The armature may need to be inside the mold. There's so many things I just don't know. I would need to... No, still no movement.
now his sword is way bigger than him as well.
Yeah, you know what? I can't remember how to create a thing that moves in the game. In Unity, it's been a very long time. So characters after. I think this is correct, but I don't know if it needs to be here or not. This should work. Let's try and see. No. Okay, so this thing isn't animating either. So that's interesting. Homogeneous speed. What the heck? That's odd. Does this animate? Yes. So it's working over here. But it's not working in the animator. Alright. This may be an interesting issue. Let's remove the blend tree for now. Delete this and just create a state. One simple state. Give the player walk motion.
And call it player walk.
Yeah, for some reason we're not actually seeing it, but fine. Speed. Yeah, call it walk. Yeah, hit enter. That's that. Foot IK, no. Mirror, no. Normalized time, no. Multiplier parameter. Let's delete this particular parameter over here. Foot IK, right defaults, etc. Yeah, because one of the reasons why all of this is happening is because for the first time I'm not creating a humanoid directly with the presets. So it's causing me these issues. But wait a moment, we had non-humanoid characters in our previous game, didn't we?
Yeah, the cars were not humanoid.
The cars weren't being animated this way, so what are you talking about?
Yeah,
I'm referring to Hans's game.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, anyway. Character, avatar, apply root motion, walk. We had those two little characters that were bouncing about the enemies of Hans's. I don't remember how that was done. Okay, let me do another thing. Go to the scene, turn off the prefab mode, Unity cries, boom. There you go. Now show me this character. Because it's possible. Armature does have the player as a child. That makes sense. That's as it should be. Control, hips, legs. Why is the player not a child of the armature? I wonder if it's in import settings. Rig, generic. No, because, see, it actually does work. If you go to the animation and you hit play, the character is in fact moving. So there is that connection. The player has the control as a transform. Add component, animator. Add your own avatar. Let's delete the bomb. What a pain. Unpack. Thanks. Delete this, delete this, delete this. Alright. So there's the player. He's got that. And I want you to have this. Play. I'm going to turn off maximize and play. Yeah, see, this one isn't moving either.
Yeah.
And my bet is this thing. Oh, hello. It's theoretically animating. So if it's animating, why do we not see it? Auto live link. It's happening. Walk is occurring in theory. Player walk. No, that's not what I meant to do. And so if you hit play, it's happening right there. Theoretically, it should be happening. I don't see it in game at all. Now there are various possibilities. Let's add an animator over here. Let's add this avatar. And let's now add this player over here and see if it happens.
Nope.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop for tonight and I'm gonna research how to actually make this work.
Okay.
Because I don't remember.
Gotta save.
Yeah, sure, you save it. Okay, well, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again next time. This was a bit of a failure of a session, but that's what game development is about. Sometimes you know things, sometimes you don't. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.